May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? Yeah. Now that I got your attention, hey, are you aware of what is called digital abuse? Yes. Digital abuse. A lot of people are being abused digitally now. You ask me how? You see the technology in your hands, the one you move about with, maybe your phone, maybe your laptop. A lot of people are using it for a lot of things. Some persons use it on the positive, while others use it on the negative. Now you have heard of physical abuse, where the person, your abuser, is close to you. So you abuse the person verbally, you abuse the person physically. That one is very common. But there is another dangerous one that is called digital bullying or digital abuse. And it happens on social networks. So people coming up with so many things and showcasing it either to a group of individuals or to some individuals, thereby abusing you digitally. And this thing goes a long way to mess up with people's mental health. For instance, somebody have just posted something and you go under the comment section of that person to begin to write some kind of things that will just make that person to begin to go emotional. You don't know what people are going through. A lot of people are going through a lot of health issues that people instigate via the social networks. So you see a lot of people going through difficult times just because of what they have read under their comment section. And I don't blame some persons that will tell you, if you do any nonsense under my comment section, I'm going to block you, because that's the least they can actually do. Some digital abuse goes as far as bullying people, maybe because of their shape, because of their size, because of what they eat, because of what they wear, and they show them on the social media. Most especially like content creators. Some persons are not even content creators, but they just decide to snap, to just do some little video clips of some dance or whatever, and some people go after them to deal with them. That is a digital abuse. Another form of digital abuse, apart from being a cyber bully, like I have mentioned before now, is sending nudes. Sending nude pictures or pornographs. So some persons just comes into your DM, sending you videos of some useless pornographic pictures or videos, or you made a friend over the net and they get your contact and begin to send those rubbish to you on the WhatsApp. Or because your WhatsApp number is displayed on your profile, some persons just copy it and begin to send you nudes. All of these are characterized under what? Digital abuse. And I hope you are aware that a lot of things are going on to actually go after people like that. So if you are in the habit of abusing people digitally, because majority of the time, people that do this kind of a thing, if they cannot come one-on-one with you, they can't stand one-on-one with you when they see you physically. So they are like low lives. So their power is on the net. So they just make you feel so unimportant. They make you hate yourself. No, you don't have to give them that gratification. If you are in that habit of abusing people digitally, you better stop it. If not, very soon the long arm of the law will come in contact with you. And I tell you what, the world is even becoming more like a global village. You just think that the person you are doing it to doesn't know you, but they can actually trace you. I mean, why would you want to send your nude to somebody? I mean, why would somebody even request for your nude and you are sending? That is another form of digital abuse. Your child could lay hand on your phone. Your friend could lay your hand on your phone. You could lay hand on your children's phone, and that is the reason you are advised to censor what your children watch, or watch it until they are adults before you can give them phones. Because of cyber bullies, a lot of evil is just ongoing. And then another thing I want to touch is what is called survivor sex. Survivor sex. There are people that are under this bondage. It is different from prostitution. Survivor sex is a person who engages in survivor sex. The difference between that person and a prostitute is this. A prostitute is being paid for her service. A prostitute is known for someone who offers her body for the satisfaction of the other to be paid. So a prostitute earns from that. Do you understand? So, but in survivor sex, they tell you that you should use what you have to get what you want. And majority of the time, the people that go into survivor sex, they don't really plan it. It is not actually what they wanted. Majority of the time, they are under pressure. It could be a boss to junior staff relationship, sort of. You are supposed to go to the next level, but your boss is saying unless you sleep with him or unless you sleep with her. See, these things happen. Even to the point of pregnant women. A very close person has shared with me how she lost a job just because her boss wanted to sleep with her. She was pregnant, for crying out loud, having another child that she goes to work with. And this child, she puts the child behind her. But on this particular day, she was called in. And the other staff were saying, director is calling you. It's your turn now. I said, what do you mean by it's your turn? I said, when you get there, you will know. Only for her to get there. And the man said, ask the other person to get food for the child. The child should be shifted one side. She said, what for? He said, you have to do what others are doing if you must remain in this job. He said, and what is it? He said, that's the bed. Use it. He said, Oga, but you are saying that I'm pregnant and I have another child. He said, it doesn't mean anything unless you don't want this job. She said she ran away and took her child out. And that's how she left. But if she had gone into that, you know, it would be called a survivor sex because she wanted to keep that job. So there are a lot of people who are being pressured, and because they feel that, oh, if I don't do this now, there is no way I can get this. Some people, it is because of the kind of person they are under that is taking care of them, maybe because of their school fees. Maybe because it's a stepmother, it's a stepfather, it's a stepbrother. They get abused. Some people are even ministers. You have some ministers that you send your daughters or your sons to stay with them as help, to live around them. But you don't know what your daughters and your sons are going through under those ministers, under those pastors. Some of your children are going through hell. They just have to survive. They can't talk because it is a pastor. And they will threaten them. If you tell your mother, if you tell your father will not agree, will not accept it. They will not believe you. They will say you are possessed. You are trying to blackmail the pastor. So if you are the type that is using your body to get what you want, for how long are you going to be doing that? Don't you know that when you stamp your feet and say, no, you can no longer do this, see, another door will be open. I understand that when you are in a very tight corner, you can be pushed to do anything. I am not judging you, but I am praying that help will come. I'm also saying that you can be in that tight corner and this person has been using this thing on you for a very long time. You can stand up today and tell him or her, no, it can no longer happen. A woman can hold a man or a boy to ransom using survivor sex. A man can also hold a woman or a girl to ransom. It could in an office, in the church, in the neighborhood, or somebody they are living with. So let's all be guided and let's all be very, very what? Careful. Beware of digital abuse. Beware of cyberbullies. Beware of survivor sex. Don't be involved. Make sure you are aware and you trust a lot. Is it trust a lot? Just be careful the people you move around with.